Shalom Israel. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory to Yahweh. Halawaya. Praise Yahweh. And saying that, what I'm getting to and what I'm going to touch on are the things that y'all need to know and understand. Because see, at the end of the day, through a lack of understanding, many believers that believe in God, that read the Bible, that go to church, they die outside of their faith, despite of their confessions, because they lack understanding of what they worship. Because see, understand, the church is a religious organization, and the church is not designed to go into great detail or to give you a deeper understanding of what you worship in. Yet it keeps you captive to idolization, or to keep you in idolatry. You understand me? See, so what I'm getting into and what I'm going to touch on are the things that y'all supposed to be learning and understanding when y'all in Bible studies, when y'all in y'all revival meetings. You understand me? Because see, understand, the church is a religious organization, and by it having a covenant with the government, understand that the religious organization or the religious leaders, they can't go out and speak out totally against the government, any politicians. So when you go into the news, when you go into the media, when you go into the media, you're going to see how the black church and the community, how they embracing these politicians, legislations, and agenda. You understand me? See, so understand that we want to touch on the things that y'all need to know and understand. And what y'all need to learn and understand about this political game and how it's all biblically related is that you have to understand what Babylon and who is Babylon. Because see, a lot of y'all got that misunderstanding or misinterpretation of Babylon. So when y'all go to the scriptures, and when the scriptures mention of Babylon, a lot of you all, through mistranslation, you all think that the scripture speaks about the geographical location of Babylon. But yet, when you go to the scriptures, it doesn't refer to the geographical location of Babylon. Because see, understand, the scriptures are future prophecy. The Bible is a prophetic book, so you have biblical scriptures, prophetic scriptures. Although in that region of Babylon, you have political events that have transpired, that have taken place throughout the course of centuries, throughout the course of years. Yet understand that even though history plays itself out and it repeats itself, understand at the end of the day, the Bible speaks about a future destruction of Babylon. Because see, understand, the geographical location of Babylon don't exist no more. You understand me? Let me go into the book of Daniel. I'm gonna get Daniel 2 and 35 right quick. And then I'm gonna go on here, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna go into Jeremiah 51. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 51 at 33. And then I'm gonna go ahead on into the book of Revelations, and I'm gonna get 18 and 21, I believe. Daniel chapter 2 verse 35. Let me start at I'm gonna start at verse 31 so we get a better understanding of what we about to get into. Because see, understand, politics and religion is what life is based on. Understand that Yahweh prophecies are being played out through these politicians, legislations, and agenda. You understand me? See, so everything that you're looking at in the media is all biblically related. Yet the church is not designed to teach you and give you understanding of what you're looking at. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Daniel chapter 2 verse 31. Thou, O King, sawest, and behold, a great image. The great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. And when it says that form was terrible, it's talking about the governing system, the style of governing. You understand me? The image head was fine gold, his breast and arms of silver, his belly and thighs of brass, talking about the Medes, the Persians, and the Greeks. his leg of iron, feet part of iron and part of clay. And that's the Roman Empire. Thou sawest till the stone was cut out without hand, that smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces. And when it says that stone that cut that image, and that stone, basically what he talking about symbolizes is philosophy. You understand me? Because see, y'all have to understand, philosophy came around about what, the 2nd and 3rd century. You understand? Let me read that again, verse 34. Thou sawest till the stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that of iron and that of clay, and break them into pieces. Meaning that you have philosophy that broke up the Roman Empire. Now that philosophy that broke up the Roman Empire was into pieces. You understand me? So now when you see the pieces, basically it symbolizes 4 countries. You understand? Because see, understand, the kingdom and the country has the same biblical political definition. A city, a kingdom is a city and the territories that come together that form that kingdom. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay, you understand? See, so what he's talking about is that philosophy and religion. That clay is that religion. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that philosophy and religion broke up the Roman Empire into what we know as pieces. Okay, politically, the name would be called countries. You understand? Verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, silver, and the gold broke into pieces together, and became like the shaft of a summer threshing floor. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And when it says that wind, that symbolizes for the history. Like when you blow and that wind come and snatch everything away and blow everything away. So what it's talking about is history. So throughout history, these empires no longer exist. You understand me? These empires have broken up into what we know as pieces. Today we know as countries politically. Do you understand me? See, so understand, Babylon do not exist no more. You understand me? The Roman Empire do not exist no more. You understand me? So all these kingdoms don't exist. You understand? See, so when you go to the Bible and to the scriptures and it talks about Babylon, it's not relating or referring to the geographical location. Although you had events that played out in that region throughout the centuries. You understand? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read verse 35 again. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, became like the shaft of a summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And that stone that smote the image became a great mountain that filled the whole earth. Now that stone is philosophy. That mountain is what we call, symbolizes for democracy. You understand me? Because see, understand, democracy came around about what? 1299, I think what? 1299 AD. It came in at the latter end of the Ottoman Empire. You understand me? See, so when you go to these countries to this day, whether it's America, South America, China, Russia, India, they all political system is built on democracy. You understand me? Democracy of voting people into office to rule. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that mountain today that fills this whole earth is what we call democracy. Although Champagne is a communist, although Putin is a communist, yet at the end of the day, Putin and Champagne had to be voted into office. Do you understand me? But see, a lot of y'all lack understanding the political terminology and how these politicians use to deceive y'all. You understand me? See, so that's why y'all really have to learn and understand what y'all worshiping. And a lot of you all die outside of y'all faith because y'all don't understand what y'all worshiping. Hey, it is what it is, okay? See, so understand that the Babylonian Empire do not exist no more. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get Jeremiah 51, verse 33. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, The daughter of Babylon. Listen, it says the daughter of Babylon. See, so Babylon has a daughter. So therefore, it's not relating to or in relations or referring to no geographical location. You understand me? It is what it is, because again, history don't blow these kingdoms away till they don't even exist no more. Only in the history books. Let's read that again. Jeremiah 51 verse 33. For thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and her time of harvest shall come. Meaning that Babylonia is going to get what it deserves. It's going to get what it's going to get. So that's a future prophecy. You understand? Revelations chapter 18 verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Now understand, Babylon is going to be put in. Yahweh God is going to put an end to Babylon. Babylon is going to come to an end. You understand me? Now understand, Babylon is a country, right? Now, a country and a kingdom is the same biblical political definition. Do you understand me? Like today, like biblically, we'll say what pieces, but modern day terminology we'll say countries. Do you understand me? See, so understand, Babylon is a country. You understand me? It's a philosophical system of man. You understand me? Again, Babylon is a philosophical system of man. You understand me? And this philosophical system consists of two parts of, or two forms of governing systems. You have a religious and a political system. These two systems makes up Babylon, because Babylon is a philosophical system of man. Do you understand me? Babylon, understand, like how America, America, you have what, 51 or 52 states that came together that form America. Same thing with Babylon. You have these cities and territories to come together that form that country. Same as when it comes to the scriptures, or when it comes to Yahweh God's kingdom. Understand, the commandments are the divine governing system. Now, what makes up that divine governing system are the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand me? These 12 tribes, or the sons of Jacob, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, they make up that divine governing system. Do you understand me? And the commandments is a divine governing system because it comes directly from Yahweh God. Politically, we would call it theocracy. Theocracy is a religious governing system of man. Do you understand me? It is what it is. So basically, y'all have to learn and understand what y'all worshiping, and understand what this game is about, because it's all politically related. At the end of the day, many people that believe, that got baptized, they don't make it into the kingdom because they died in idolization, because they lack understanding of what they worship. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay, let me go into Genesis 10 and 10 right quick. Genesis chapter 10 verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Meaning that Erech, Akkad, Calneh, all these cities came together to form Babylon. Babylon is a philosophical system of man. Do you understand me? Biblically, it is called the kingdom. Politically, it's called the country. Do you understand me? Because they have the same biblical definition. I told you what y'all looking at in the media is all biblically related, but it's just that the church is not able to break things down and to give y'all a deeper understanding, because they can't speak out against the government. because of that charter that they have with the government, because the church is a religious organization. It's a governing system of man. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that Babylon is the country. You understand me? And this country has a political and a religious system. You understand me? Religiously, Babylon is called the gate of gods. You understand me? Because see, understand, Babylon is the birthplace of religion. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Matter of fact, let me go on the Apocrypha to the wisdom of Solomon, and let me get 14. I'm gonna get 14, and I'm gonna start at 12, and then I'm gonna go ahead on into I'm gonna get Revelations 17 and I'm gonna get 17 and 17 and 5. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruptions of life. Meaning that idol worshiping is the beginning and the end. You understand me? See, so understand that Babylon is the gate of God due to the fact that Nimrod had temples built and they worship creation. You understand me? They worship the other gods, false gods. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get Revelation, what I had, Revelations 17 and 5. Revelations chapter 17, verse 5. And upon our forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great. And now when it says Babylon the Great, because this city, this system of man, philosophical system of man ruled. Do you understand me? And to this day, this system is still here. You understand me? The Babylonian system is still here to this day. But y'all don't understand the political terminology for the modern day Babylon. You understand me? Because see, it's all politically related. Just read that again. Revelation 17, verse 5. And upon our forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great. And it's a mystery due to the fact of that the Babylonian doctrine is surrounded by myth and legend. This myth and legend of the Babylonian doctrines go back into the Sumerian doctrine of the first world. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's read that again. Revelations chapter 17, verse 5. And upon our forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. And it's a mother of harlot and abomination of the earth, due to the fact that all nations have embraced this cultural religious practice of Babylon. You understand me? Let me go to Genesis, back to Genesis. Let me get 11. I want 8, but I'm gonna start at 6. Genesis chapter 11, verse 6. Now I'm start at 5. Verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. Meaning that, talking about the Tower of Babel. Now, that Tower of Babel was built to save the people from destruction that's going to take place. You understand me? It is what it is. Verse 6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. This they began to do. Now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. And even to this day, ain't nothing restrained. Excuse me. You understand me? Because see, understand the imagination through democracy. You understand me? Man has a wild imagination. Okay, I'm giving an example. Say like a person ideology think that it's okay to lay and play with a dead corpse. You understand? It is what it is. A lot of things that y'all do, ideology through democracy. But y'all don't understand that the things that y'all do violates the commandments. See, y'all don't understand idol worship. Because see, understand, idol worship is not taught in the churches, any religious organizations. You understand me? So as a result, y'all die philosophically. You understand me? Because see, the church only focus on the philosophical issues or the social issues of life. You understand me? So y'all constantly stand idolization or materialism. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's read that again. Verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, and they left off to build that city. Therefore is the name of it is called Babel, because the Lord did confound their language of all the earth. Meaning that the first world, knowledge of the first world, everybody spoke one language. So everybody knew and understood the first world and its doctrines of the Sumerians. You understand me? See, so when Yahweh came down, so when he came down and confounded them, these pagan practices went into these nations, into their own language. See, so understand that even to this day, you got different nations, but they all worship the same God. But it's just that y'all have different names to it. You understand me? Caesar Borgia and Buddha, they're just the same. Okay, but y'all just have different names. Yahweh and Jehovah, they are the same chief god of the southern Canaanites. But one nation called it this name and another nation called it this name. So when they left off, each language, each nation built the city, and that knowledge went with them into their language. You understand me? And these cities came together to form what we know as Babylon, a country, a philosophical governing system of man. You understand me? Because Babylon composed of two systems, a religious and a political system. Religiously, it's known as the Gate of Gods. You understand me? It is what it is, okay? See, so understand this. The second part of system of Babylon politically is what we call a monarchy system. You understand me? Because see, understand, life is built on a monarchy system. You understand me? Say like whether you're in a two-parent home or a single-parent home, it doesn't matter whether you're in a private setting or in public office. You understand me? If you're in a two-parent home or a single-parent home, whoever's in charge, they are the head of the household. Okay, in a two-parent home, you have the first lady. Now, in a single-parent home, you just have the head of the household. Now, outside of that, privately, you have your rules to your house. What company can't do and what they cannot do. Right? So what they can do and what they cannot do is what we call politically regulations. Privately, they're called your rules. You understand me? See, so when you're in public office, you have legislations in place and regulations that's in place. Do you understand me? See, so understand that life is built on a monarchy system. This system was left according to the Sumerian text because of uprising in the first world. Now, the governing system in the first world that took place is what we call anarchy. That means no man rule. You understand me? See, so due to the uprising and Anunnaki, they left a monarchy system. You understand me? And that monarchy system means one man rule. You understand me? And America to this day has a monarchy system because every 4 years we elect, vote for a president, regardless of what party, to represent America, and that party affiliation to represent America. You understand me? See, so understand America has a monarchy system because every 2 years you basically vote. You understand me? So you constantly, every couple of years, you constantly voting. America has a monarchy system. You understand me? And Anunnaki had left this system. And in fact, let's go back to Genesis 10 and 10. Let me get Genesis 10 and 10, and then I'm going to go ahead into Jeremiah 23. Because see, understand, when it comes to the kingdom of Yahweh God. The kingdom of Yahweh God is a monarchy system. Oh no, y'all can come through. It's okay.
Right,
No, y'all good.
Sorry.
All right. You have to understand that, okay? I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 23 and 5. Genesis chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 7. Verse 7. Verse 8. Shalaki, verse 8. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be the mighty one on earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Now, when he says a hunter before the Lord, meaning that he was against Yahweh God, because as he was like a Nephilim, he protected the people from the animals. He the one, he had the people them to build the tower of Babel so that he'll be able to save them people from another disaster to take place. You understand me? It is what it is. Genesis. Let's go back. Let's read that again. Genesis what? 10 and 8. Genesis chapter 10 verse 8. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be the mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore, he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Shalaki, let's go down to verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and the rich, and Canaan, and Canaan, and the land of Shinar. Meaning that Nimrod had a kingdom. A kingdom and the country is the same biblical political terminology, definition. Excuse me. You understand me? See, so Nimrod ruled this kingdom. He ruled this country. Do you understand me? You had cities and territories come together that form Babylon, that country. Do you understand me? And America, you have 52 states that form America. You understand me? You have the 12 tribes of Israel that form that divine governance system. You understand me? But at the end of the day, life is built on a monarchy system. You understand me? And that monarchy system means one man rule. You understand? Jeremiah 23 verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. Unto David a righteous branch. Now, that righteous branch are the elect of Israel. You understand me? And the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And David is going to be king again, and he's going to execute judgment and justice by the children of Israel and them exercising those commandments. You understand me? Let me get 2nd Chronicles. No, you can come through. Now you can come through. Let me get 2nd Chronicles, and I'm gonna go to 6 and 6. 2nd Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 6. But I have chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there. See, so he had chosen Jerusalem, and his son came out of Judah. You understand me? So his name is not Jesus, because the letter J never existed. You understand me? It is what it is. All right, let's finish up. And I have chosen David. Listen. And I have chosen. Listen. He chosen. Listen. Chosen David to be over his people, meaning that he chose David to rule over the children of Israel, and David is going to be king again, and David is going to have a righteous branch that's up under him. You understand me? See, so at the end of the day, the kingdom is a divine governance system, and that's built on a monarchy system. So life is based on a monarchy system. You understand me? And that's what Babylon is. It's a philosophical governance system of man that composed of two governing forms. You have religious and a political system. You understand me? Religiously, it's called theocracy. Theocracy is a religious governance system. You understand me? Politically, it's called a monarchy system, meaning one man rule. You understand me? See, so understand that when it comes to the scriptures, because they are future prophecy, although things have played out in that region, yet the Bible does not speak about a geographical location of Babylon, because it don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you, before I go on, I'm gonna give you another example. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 68 right quick. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spoke unto thee. Listen, let's read that again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now understand that before the Suez Canal, you had people walking in and out of Egypt. Before Christ, Yahushua, and after Yahushua. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so when it says by the way of ships, it's not talking about the geographical location of Egypt. Because see, understand, Egypt means bondage. You understand me? See, so when it says by the ways of ship, you're going to go back into the land of Egypt. He's not talking about the geographical location of Egypt. It wouldn't make no sense to leave America on the ships to go to Egypt to this day. You understand me? See, so he's not talking about the actual geographical location of Egypt. Although the children of Israel came up out of Egypt, yet the Bible just talks about a second Exodus taking place. So therefore you have a future prophecy. You understand me? Let's go back to Jeremiah 23. And let me hit verse 7. Jeremiah 23 verse 7. Therefore behold, the day is come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries whether I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. And that seed that's going to lead of the house of Israel is talking about Yahushua. You understand me? Because Yahushua came and redeemed the nation of Israel. He came and fulfilled the promises that were established to Abraham. You understand me? Before I go on, let me go to Luke. Let me get Luke 1 and 68, and then I'm gonna go ahead on into verse 72. Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Now go down to verse 72. To perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore unto our father Abraham. You understand me? See, so understand that the Bible speaks about a second Egypt taking place. Although the children of Israel came up out of Egypt, but yet these are future prophecies. When he told Abraham that they was going to, for certainty, slavery was going to take place, although slavery have taken place, yet it was talking about a future enslavement. You understand me? Because history repeats itself. You understand me? See, so when it comes to the Babylon and the mention of Babylon in the scriptures, it's not mentioning or relating to a geographical location, because that geographical location don't exist no more. Do you understand me? Although you have modern day Iranians there, even though they may obtain through political or foreign policies to obtain uranium enriched to make nuclear weapons, and even they go ahead and rebuild that temple that's in Iran to this day, the old Babylonian temple. Yet at the end of the day, that whole region, geographical location of Babylon, or what we call modern day Iran, don't exist no more. Now we call it Iran. Okay, Babylonian don't exist. I don't care how many weapons or the temple that they rebuilt in the construction period. You understand me? Babylon would not rise again, because the Bible talks about a future destruction of Babylon. And understand, Babylon is not a geographical location, but Babylon is the philosophical governing system of man. That's what Babylon is. You understand me? See, so a lot of y'all lack understanding of what y'all worshiping. So y'all die to the schemes, y'all die to Esau Illuminati and its agendas and legislations, because y'all lack understanding. Because the church is not designed to go into great detail and to go actually teach you what y'all need to know when it comes to worshiping Yahweh God. Because understand, religion is the organization of man. Okay, you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that Babylon is a philosophical system of man that composed of two, a religious and a political system. You understand me? Babylon is a city or it's a country that's devoted to materialism and sensual pleasures, meaning that ideology through democracy, y'all believe in God, Y'all go to church. Y'all were baptized into these titles. Yet the lifestyle that y'all live, y'all ideology violates and go against the very same belief that you confess into. You understand me? It is what it is, okay? Because I mean, let me give you an example. Say like ideology, you all think that it's okay for a man to have a beard, to put on a thong, and to put on a dress and walk around and say that he's a female, he's a woman. You understand me? Ideologically, he feel like he a female, but he's a male. You understand me? But yet this transgender or this male that want to be a female in ideology, yet he believe in God and goes to church and even sing Christian church songs. You understand me? See, so y'all live a sensual pleasure lifestyle, and America is heavy devoted to materialism and that sensual pleasures of lifestyle. You understand me? Even to this day, when you go into the medias, through democracy. You understand me? So through democracy, it's okay for a person to play and have sex with a dead corpse. It's okay for a man to have surgical, so have his body organs pushed inside him so he can feel like a woman. You understand me? To put on makeup. You understand me? But yet when they do this, they believe heavy into God. They believe that in marrying Jesus. You understand me? It is what it is. Let me go into the book of Jude, 1:19 right quick. Let me get Jude. Hey, that's crazy. Let me get Jude 1:19 right. And then I'm gonna go ahead back into Revelation 17 and I'm gonna get 4. Jude chapter 1 verse 19, but I'm gonna start at verse 17. Verse 17. But beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before of the apostles of our Lord Yahushua, how they told you that there shall be mockers in the last time, who shall walk after their own godly lusts, meaning that their own imagination they're gonna walk. So if he want to be a girl, even though he a boy, he gonna walk and act like he a girl. You understand me? It is what it is. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai came to tear down these imaginations. But see, y'all don't understand the political game and the war that is being played. You understand me? Because y'all lack understanding. Because y'all separate politics and religion. And you cannot separate politics and religion because they are all are one. Yet they are divided into two parts. You got a philosophical and a divine system. And I told you all we're going to get into the things that y'all need to know and understand politically. Because once y'all understand the political game, then you will know and understand what you worship, because it's all politically related. You understand? Verse 19. These be they who separate themselves sensually, having not the spirit. You understand me? Meaning y'all believe in God, but y'all don't have the spirit of Yahweh in you, because y'all heavy into the materialism of this world, into the pleasures of this world through democracy. Because see, understand the church focus on the philosophical or the social issues of life. You understand me? So therefore, like I said in the beginning, y'all captive to the philosophy and the ideology of the religious organization and philosophical views of man. So y'all hold captive to that. You understand me? It is what it is. That's why Christ Yahweh Shai said, therefore the spirit of the Lord is upon me. You understand me? That he came to heal those to come and heal those that are captive and bruised to the ideology, religious ideology, and the philosophical views of man. So y'all have to go back and really understand Yahweh Shai ministry. Y'all have to understand these commandments, because the first commandment is idol worshiping. And idol worshiping is not just Buddha, Allah, or the images that y'all have, but y'all have to understand these politicians, legislations, and agenda. Y'all have to understand the materialism of this world, the social issues of life. Y'all materialize that, so therefore y'all captive to the physical ideology, religious views of man. So y'all idol worship and die outside of y'all faith, despite of you reading the Bible or your baptism. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Revelations chapter 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and the filthiness of her fornication. And basically what he's talking about is capitalism, because there's freedom into capitalism. So the more money you have, the more freedom you have. You understand me? Now that freedom you have and the more money you have, y'all live a lifestyle outside of y'all faith. Meaning that y'all have money to do and things that y'all want to do when it comes to y'all ideology or y'all imagination. Y'all have the finances and the means to. You understand me? Through capitalism. You understand me? And another thing is that you all Democrats, you black people, you vote against capitalism, because y'all don't understand socialism, communism, not economic enslavement. You understand me? So there is no freedom in communism. There's no freedom in socialism. You understand me? There's no freedom in bureaucracy. You understand me? Freedom is in capitalism. You understand me? See, so the more money you have, that's why Yahweh Shai say it's easy for a camel to go through the eye of a needle and a rich man to get into heaven, because he has that money. So he imitates himself as God by helping others. And I did a video about that, being led by the Spirit and giving to others. You understand me? See, so understand that T.F.Y, I touch on the things that y'all need to know and understand as to what y'all worship. Okay, so when y'all go and watch my videos and go back to these media outlets, you'll get a deeper understanding. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay, you understand? That's why Yahweh Shai say, matter of fact, let me get 1 John 2 and 15. Yeah, 15. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And basically what he's talking about, sex, drugs, money, and materialism. The flesh, whatever the flesh see materialism, the flesh gonna desire and want. You understand me? Sex, drugs, money, materialism, even religious worship and practices. You understand me? That's why Yahweh say, love not this world. You understand me? Because see, understand this world is against Yahweh God, and so is Babylon. Babylon is a monarchy. It's a governing system of man that goes against Yahweh God, and Yahweh God is against Babylon. You understand me? Hey, because understand, Babylon again is the philosophical governing system, and its country, and its ideology, and its cultural religious practices goes against Yahweh God. You understand me? Hey, yo, it is what it is. In fact, let's go into Revelations 18, and then we're gonna start at 1. Revelations chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. Babylon the great is fallen, because this monarchy system ruled throughout centuries. You understand me? Now let's go back to Jeremiah 51 and 49, I believe. Jeremiah 51 verse 49. As Babylon has caused the slaying of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slaying of all the earth. Meaning that this Babylon, this philosophical system, came up against the children of Israel. Not only against the children of Israel, other nations as well. This system raped, murdered, and robbed the children of Israel and other nations throughout the years, throughout the centuries. You understand me? So when you go back to Romans 13, Paul say, the nighttime and far spent, the day is at hand. You understand me? Due to the fact of that this system survived history. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. As a matter of fact, let me go into Romans 13 and 11 or 12. Romans chapter 13, yeah, verse 12. I'm gonna start at 11. Verse 11. And that knowing that time that it's now high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Meaning that Yahweh Shai already came, so it's time to wake up and understand what y'all worship. It's time to wake up and understand what y'all looking at. But the church is not designed to give you or go into great detail as to what you worship. You understand me? Verse 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. See, so this system continues to survive throughout history. You understand me? And this monarchy system, this religious system is still here to this day. That's why when you go to the scriptures and it mentions Babylon, it don't mention it. It's not mentioning or talking about the geographical location because these are prophetic scriptures. You understand me? Let's go back Revelation 18 and let me start at verse 2 again. Revelations chapter 18 verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. See, so this system has failed. You understand me? Throughout history, this system has failed. Let's go back into Jeremiah 51 and 7. Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. See, this system has been in the Lord's hand, in Yahweh's hand, and all these nations have drunken the political, religious system of Babylon. You understand me? So Babylon is great because it's the head of gold. It ruled. You understand me? And to this day, Babylon is still ruling. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get Isaiah 45 and let me get Isaiah 45 and 1. And then let me go on here into the book of Daniel 5 and 30. Isaiah 45 verse 1. Thus said the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden. Now Cyrus is one of the kings of the Syrian Empire. You understand me? Let's read that again. Thus said the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand have I holden, to subdue all nations before him. I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two-leaved gate, and the gate shall not be shut. I will go before thee, and make thee the crooked place straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass, and cut and slaughter the bars of iron. And basically what he's talking about is political, militarily takeover of Babylon. You understand me? So politically, he's going to take over through legislations. You understand me? And these other kings in these cities that's in Babylon, they're going to embrace these today what we call it foreign policies, domestic policies. See, so they're going to embrace these military campaigns. So like, you understand me? See, so they want to embrace these legislations, these policies. That was going to, and these kings just, and that was going to allow the Syrian Empire, Cyrus, to come in and put an end to Babylon geographically. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 3. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord which called thee by thy name, am Yahweh of Israel. Now those dark treasures that's hidden is basically what he's talking about is worldly treasures. You understand me? Because Yahweh God didn't give Cyrus those treasures, although he used Cyrus to put it into Babylon geographically. You understand me? Yet those treasures was handed to him through militarily takeover, political takeover. You understand me? So they are called darkness because they are of the world. Yahweh God is light. So it didn't come from Yahweh God. You understand me? It is what it is. Okay, see, so Cyrus came and put an end to Babylon, the geographical location of Babylon. Now the last king of Babylon was Nebuchadnezzar. Now Nebuchadnezzar never died, but Nebuchadnezzar had a son. See, so when Cyrus ran into Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar fled. Belshazzar, his son, he had a party that day or that night. He was throwing a party, and Cyrus ran up in Babylon, and then they killed him. They killed Belshazzar. Even though Nebuchadnezzar is the last king, yet Nebuchadnezzar had a son named Belshazzar, and Belshazzar got killed by the Syrian Empire. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel, chapter 5, verse 30. And in that night were Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain, because they came to slay him. He had a party. You understand me? See, so understand, Cyrus came and put an end to the geographical location of Babylon. You had 3 periods of Babylon. Do you understand me? Let's go to let me get Psalms 137, and then let me get 7 right quick. Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who say, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Now, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem is talking about the Roman Empire. When they came and trampled down Jerusalem, they came and destroyed Jerusalem. Not only Alexander them came in and slapped pork on the altar in Jerusalem, but the Roman Empire came and ruled with an iron fist. You understand me? It is what it is. Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall be he that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Meaning that the daughter of Babylon is going to get what it deserved, due to the fact of that this system came up against the children of Israel and other nations throughout the years. You understand me? AD and BC. And to this day, it's still in the power. It's still in the play. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so the Babylonian, this system was put to it. The geographical location was put to an end through Cyrus. Understand me that this system rose through the Roman Empire. Okay. In fact, let me go to Isaiah 23. Yeah, let me get Isaiah 23, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna read verse 1, and then I'm gonna go down to verse 15. Shalaki, I'm gonna start at verse 14. Isaiah 23, verse 1. The burden of Tyre, how ye ships of Tarnish, for it is laid waste, so that there is no house, not entering in from the land of Chittim, it is revealed unto them. Meaning that the Greece Alexander and his generals came and conquered the barbarian world, and they came in captive the Syrian Empire and put them on slave ships. You understand me? And brought them back to Greece. So now when you go back into the history books in world history, you're going to see that the Edomites, or the so-called white man, enslaved his own people. So slavery is not racist, and slavery is nothing new, because life is built on captivity. You understand me? See, there's a lot of things y'all like understanding, so y'all fall victim to the schemes and the deceits of Illuminati. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's go down to verse 14. How ye ships of Tarnish, for your strength is laid waste. And it shall come to pass in that day that Tyre shall be gotten 70 years according to the days of one king. Meaning that the Syrian Empire, the son of Taurus, Tyre, Sidon, they are all Edomites. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. The Roman Empire, they are all Edomites. You understand me? See, so understand, this system is in the hands of Edomites to this day. You understand me? So you had from 3 periods of Babylonian to the Roman Empire. You understand me? Let's finish up. Verse 16. Let's finish up 15. And it shall come to pass in that day that Tyre shall be forgotten 70 years, according to the days of one king. After the end of 70 years shall Tyre sing as a harlot. Take up a harp and go about the city, thou harlot. Thou hast been forgotten. Make sweet melody. Sing many songs, that thou may be remembered. And this Babylonian system is remembered. It's remembered right here in America. Do you understand me? I close it up. Let me finish up. Verse 17. Let me finish up 17. And it shall come to pass at the end of the 7 years that the Lord will visit Tyre, and shall turn her higher, and it shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the earth. And Tyre and Sidon is here in America, and this is a monarchy system. It's a religious system, and this religious monarchy system is called Babylon, and Babylon is still here to this day. You understand me? So through our history, this system has survived. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay, let's go back and finish up Revelations 18, right? Revelations chapter 18. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and become the inhabitations of devils. And this system has failed from the geographical location to the Roman Empire to America. And that now America inhabit this system, and this system is inhabited by devils. And the devils are Esau Illuminati. You understand me? Because see, understand, Adam Weinselt, he didn't create Illuminati. He dropped Barnable and kept Illuminati when he came to America. And now you see all these religious, Masonic, Mason symbols all in America. To where Masonry is like a cult. You understand me? Everybody want to be a part of this Masonic temple. You see the Eye of Horus, people throwing up Illuminati signs, Baphomet, the Eye of Horus, their clothes, their jewelry, the makeup, fixing themselves up into the images of Babylon. The Babylon, the images that goes into Egypt. Now understand, Egypt mythology goes back into the Babylonian mythology. Babylonian mythology goes back into the Sumerians mythology. It's all surrounded by myth and legend. You understand me? And then you have religiously you have Adam Weinselt here in America. And now also religiously you have Christianity. Do you understand me? And Christianity is the dominant language. But understand, Christianity and Masonry are basically in the same, but they just have different gods. See, understand that in Christianity they waiting on a white man named Jesus who don't exist. And Egypt they waiting on Masonry, they waiting on the resurrection of Horus to take place. You understand me? So y'all have to understand religion plays a very important role even to this day, because see, understand, religion is the beginning and the end of all things. You understand me? I'm gonna go back into the Apocrypha, and I'm gonna get Wisdom of Solomon. Well, I was at 12, and then I'm gonna get 14, and I'm gonna get 27. Shalaki, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 27. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 27. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or lie unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. And basically talking about idol worship. It's the beginning and the end. So when you go back to Romans, the first chapter, Paul say what? They profess to know God but made graven images. You understand me? Like the graven images of corruptible man, bird, and beast, and so forth. See, so they created images and gave these images names. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. All right. See, so understand that this Babylonian is the philosophical system, and this system, religiously and politically, is being implemented here in America by these devils. And these devils, Esau Illuminati, not only oneself with the masonry, but then you have the Rothschild Nathan, and they control the banking system. You understand me? Because America is in the hands of the Rothschild. America is in the hands of the bankers. See, so when y'all go back to balancing, when you go politically talking about balancing of the budget, you understand me? And the trillions of dollars that America in, they won't be able to pay that money back. And the American people are the bank's property. You understand me? See, so understand that Adam Weinselt and Nathan the Rothschild, they are Jews descent. And when they came into power in the 1400s, you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so now understand that this system is into the hands of devils. Now understand the so-called white man, it's not the devil, because the black man is the devil too, due to the fact that man, regardless of what color, was born with the corruptible nature, a sinful nature. We all was, whether you black or white. You were born in corruption. You were born in deceitfulness and sinfulness. Do you understand me? Go back to what Psalm 51, conceived in iniquity and sin. We all was. See, so when it comes to devil, as a deceiver, and anybody that deceives you, they are called a devil. You understand me? But we getting into the political and the governing system, the elected officials, they are devils. Not only the American people, but the government officials, they are devils too. It doesn't matter what skin color. Like what's his name? Lyndon Johnson. What he did? He's a black mayor for Chicago, right? And now he been in power. His administration is all black, right? The state of Chicago is woke. The governor is woke. Yet you have black people, the Chicagoans, they still poor. They still in the poverty. You understand me? The only thing they got from that nigga, from that black man, is called investments. You understand me? But yet those immigrants that came over here, he invested heavily money into them to where he done bankrupt this whole city. You understand me? It is what it is. Tiffany Henry, Supermate. What she did, she came into Dalton and took all their money. Trips, vacations, cars, Amazon ordering, and she not gonna show y'all the receipts. You understand me? See, so understand, black people deceive each other. You understand me? See, so a black man is a devil, is a devilish as white man. Do you understand me? Because man is corrupt itself. You understand me? See, so like the mayor in Atlanta, right? She's black in Stone Mountain, Georgia. She done locked all the council members them out of that bank account. Only her name is on there. Then when she got exposed, she had made an excuse. Oh, we had a discrepancy with a couple of employees that name was on the account that no longer worked for the city. But when she took care of that issue, she had all their name, everybody's name wiped out. So when they went to go to that credit card, they couldn't even have no access to the money. That's how she got exposed. Do you understand me? Black people rip black people off for years. Look at BLM. You know how many times BLM ripped your niggas off? And a lot of you all are stupid. You understand me? Because y'all sit here and listen to that dumb shit that these black people tell you, and at the end of the day, Patrice Cullors, BLM, all these people got fucking money. BLM, Al Sharpton, they all stay in the white community, heavily gated. Do you understand me? They don't even stay in the fucking hood. Jasmine Crockett, she deceived a lot of you all black people, because she talked like she from the hood, but she never grew up in the hood. She grew up in the money in the middle class. She worked $5-6 million. She got 2 fucking homes, and they are in the gated community. You understand me? See, so y'all vote for these people, but not understanding they deceiving y'all, because y'all like understanding the political game. Y'all like understanding the terminology that these politicians use to deceive you all. You understand me? And the church is not designed to teach you and give you an understanding of what's taking place politically, because it's all biblically related. That's why I put out these videos, T.F.Y, True Followers of Yahweh. You understand me? Because understand at the end of the day, it's about learning and understanding what y'all worship. You understand me? Because that time has come when the true worshipers shall worship the Father and the Spirit and the truth. You understand me? It is what it is. In fact, let me get Let me go into the book of Nehemiah, the 5th chapter, because see, understand, Karl Marx is a black man, right? But he believed in Marxism. He believed in the philosophical system. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Martin Luther King, he was in America. He was a politically, he was an independent. Yet Martin Luther King was a socialist. You understand me? There's a lot of things of history that these people don't want y'all to know. Black people and the white man and the black man been together working behind the scenes for years, even into this day. But y'all lack understanding because they're not going to tell you all these things. Because then if they tell you and give you a deeper understanding, then you'll understand what this game is about and they won't have any power. See, so all these wicked devils are in the power because you all lack understanding. Okay? Because it's not being taught to you. You understand me? See, so when it comes to politics, it's not about fucking color. You understand me? Because the black man is going to enslave you. When Barack Obama became president, what happened? He did nothing for the black community. You understand me? Even if Kamala Harris was president, what's she going to do? Nothing for the black people because, see, understand, I did a video about this. The government know and understand that we so-called African Americans, we are the children of Israel. And they already know that these nations that jump in the southern border, they are from the northern kingdom. They are Israelites. Venezuelan, Chilean, Colombians, Brazilians, they are Hebrew Israelites. Mexicans, Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, they are all Israelites. You understand me? So this northern kingdom, a lot of these northern kingdom is jumping the border to what we know as America. So basically the 12 tribes of Israel is basically here in America, even though they're scattered throughout the globe, yet the majority of the 12 tribes, the northern and the southern kingdom is here in America. Let's get that. Nehemiah chapter 5. Yeah, Nehemiah chapter 5 verse 1. And there was a great cry of the people and of their wives against their brethren, the Jews. And go back into Chicago, go back into Atlanta, go back into the black community. You see how Chicago right now, they protesting against Mayor Johnson. But y'all voted for him. Because y'all lack understanding. Y'all got rid of a black lady, a homosexual. Y'all got rid of a black lady and put a black man in, and then y'all still complaining. And when y'all complaining that black man, the first thing that nigga said, that black man said, oh, we got a system that was started way back 30 years ago. But you in the power right now. So why are black people still crying out, still protesting, still marching for equal justice and peace? Hollering about systemic racism. Why is that? And you black people that's in the power. Like yesterday, I was waiting on the bus and I waited like 2 hours, right? And I'm telling the black supervisor, you mean to tell me y'all are in the position of power and ain't nothing that y'all can do? She told me no. But she said, one thing what stuck to me was that she said, the white people, these nations, they stick together. You understand me? When you go to the Haitian community, you're going to see Haitian businesses. When you go in the black community, you're not going to see no business. You might see 1 store, 2 stores, then you're going to see number Arab stores. And niggas out there selling drugs. See, y'all better understand this political game. Nehemiah chapter 5 verse 1. And there was a great cry of the people and of their wives against their brethren, the Jews. For there were that said, we, our sons, our daughters are many. Therefore we take up corn for them that we may eat and live. Some also there were that said, we have mortgaged our land, vineyards, houses, that we may buy corn because of the dirt. And that dirt is a little drought. When you go back into the COVID-19, you had a little dirt, okay, on certain issues on the shelves. Verse 4, there were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children, meaning that skin color, because I'm black and they're black. Their children is black and my kids is black. You understand me? But understand, black don't mean shit. When it comes to power, money, power, and respect, it has no color. Wickedness has no color. See, this is what you all like understanding. Okay? Verse 5. Yet our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children, and lo, we bring into bondage our sons and daughters to be servants, and some of our daughters brought in to be bondage already. Neither it is in our power to redeem them, for other men have our lands and vineyards, and other men has your land and vineyards, and that's talking about socialism, because see, socialism is an economic system of Marxism. You understand me? And socialism means to extol and commune ownership, confiscation of private property. Meaning that y'all agree America's racist. Y'all agree that the rich need to get taxed. Okay? So what happened is the government come and take all your shit. Now you poor. Why you think they jumping the border of America from Venezuela, Chile, Colombia? Because these are socialist, communist countries. Everybody come to America because America is a capitalist country. Yet the African Americans, the niggas here in America, they voting against capitalism. So y'all bringing America into a socialist country. Y'all bringing America to an economic enslavement. You understand me? But y'all like understanding what y'all voting for. You understand? So therefore, a lot of you all die in idolization. A lot of you die with a lack of understanding, even though you read the Bible, even though you got baptized, even though you believe in God. But you're not going to make it in the kingdom. Why? Because number one, faith, your life is already written. You understand me? See, so Yahweh Shai already know who he chose. You understand me? Hey, let me get that right quick and finish up. I'm gonna go with John 13 and 18. John chapter 13 verse 18. I speak not of you all. I know, listen, I know whom I have chosen. See, so he already know who he have chosen. So life is already written. Do you understand me? See, so again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what color of nation that you are part of. At the end of the day, the people that's in power are devils. And then you have devils that are not in power. Because see, understand, devil is a deceit. Do you understand me? And a lot of y'all deceive. That's excuse me. That's why you got false brethren into this truth. You got false people, false believers. That's why we go to John 4 and 22, I think 23. Yahweh Shai say, for the time has come when you have true believers and false believers. Because that time has come to where true believers are going to worship in spirit and in truth. And then you got false believers. A false believer simply meaning that simply they just believe, even though they have knowledge, they just believe. They don't believe in that knowledge, but they have that knowledge. Do you understand me? See, so it doesn't matter. Why? Because y'all voted in this governing system. These people that was in power came and took everything that you got. It doesn't matter what skin color. Jasmine Crockett, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Eric Adams, Lyndon Johnson, the Mayor Blasio of Maryland, she's black. Do you understand me? See, so you have a lot of black people that's in a position of power. You understand me? So now they're in a position of power. America is not racist when they're talking about color. Because you have black people that's in power, yet it doesn't matter what color you are in. Either you going to be for Babylonian or you're against Babylon. Either you the children of Israel or you represents the children of man. Do you understand me? And it's a political battle that's spiritually being played out in ideology. You understand me? Philosophically. So you have to learn to understand what you're worshiping. Okay? Because it doesn't matter. You understand me? We have a lot of black people that's into socialism. Do you understand me? And I know a lot of black people that's really into socialism. You know, and I be trying to explain it to them and tell them that that is economic enslavement, but they lack understanding. You know what I mean? Understand me? So let's go to Jeremiah. Let me get Jeremiah 9 and verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 4. Take heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slander. And they will deceive every one of his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. And when I be at work, I be truthful with my co-workers, right? They deal with me, but then they don't deal with me because I tell them straight up, you's a hypocrite. You saying this and you saying that. Stop playing. You this and this and that. Nah, stop playing with me. You trying to tell me about this, but you don't have no understanding. This is what it is. You understand me? So they speaking, they walking lies. They are devils because they lack understanding of what they worship, and so they go around and repeat everything that they hear, everything that they see on TV. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read verse 5 again. And they will deceive every one of his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Meaning that they lack understanding. So what happens is that philosophically, y'all end up living a lifestyle of iniquity. Y'all, cause y'all twist and y'all bend Yahweh words to suit y'all's sensual, pleasurable lifestyle. You understand me? Even though y'all do believe, y'all don't have the spirit of Yahweh God, but y'all have that spirit. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so at the end of the day, Babylon, it's not a geographical location. Babylon is a philosophical system of man that composed of two governance systems, religiously and politically. Religiously, it's called bureaucracy. It's a religious governance system, and politically, it's called a monarchy system, meaning one man rule, and this religious and this political system what makes up Babylon. Do you understand me? And Babylon is still being here implemented to this day through these devils, through Esau Illuminati. And a lot of you voters pushing these devilish agendas, not even understanding. You understand me? What this agenda is about. Do you understand me? See, so learn and understand what y'all worshiping.